Good morning, Top G. Good morning and welcome. Thank you, Top G. Thank you, Top G, for coming. A big hug and God bless you and your family as always, and our utmost respect always. A big hug for Top G. Miss Jane Perry, welcome. God bless you and God bless your family. And welcome, Miss Jane Perry and Top G. Welcome. And happy Saturday. Today's happy Saturday. Today is August 5th, and we have my nephew. We have my nephew. I'm on my way to pick you up. Hold on, everyone. I have to go to the magic vault and get the magic link for my nephew. To be clear, and with the utmost respect, the link that I will paste on the chat, it is only for my nephew. I repeat, it is only for my nephew. Later on in the telecast, I will invite other chat family members. But this link that I am pasting is for my nephew. Is for my nephew. To be clear, I uh, I will be right back. It will take me a minute and a half.
Hey, what's up, Uncle Edwin?
God bless you. God bless you, nephew. God bless you. And
God,
it is always an honor and a privilege to have the most talented young man on YouTube on our channel. So,
I wouldn't go that far.
uh,
Thank you, Uncle Edwin. What's up, Paul? Top G, Minnie. How you doing, Uncle Edwin?
and Marie, many blessings to your dear mother and your whole family, and a big hug, and a big hug, and a big hug, and a kiss on the forehead for Rocco. Not a good idea to kiss him in the mouth.
Mimo too.
Okay. So, nephew, can you give us an update? How is Rocco's health coming along?
Oh, he's actually back to himself. He's fine. I did take him back to the follow-up visit to my vet. I took him to the follow-up visit, and they even said he's fine. You know, you technically didn't even need to take him here, but I did. But they said he's fine. I got real lucky. Whatever the hell he ate, I don't know. It was like a sandwich or I don't know what it was, a wrap, half of a grinder or something. Whatever it was probably sitting there for a day and a half. What's up, Magilio? What's up, Bella Rose? They were sitting there for a day and a half. So whatever it was, meats in it, cheese, I don't know. Whatever it was, it almost killed him.
Emery, keep on entertaining our chat family. I will be right back. Okay.
I got it. I'm Ed McMahon over here. I got it. Paul, what's going on? Top G, Bella Rose. I see Magilio in there. I love the hat, Paul, and the dog, of course. Top G, what's going down? I can't see the picture that well, though. Who else? Minnie the Mooch. What's up, Minnie? What's going down? Dirk versus Ron Gross. Them kids. What's going on, Ron? What's everybody up to? Facts over feelings. What's up, dude? I love the dog. Oh, that picture of the dog. What is that? What kind of dog do you got, Facts? It's a cool looking pooch. It looks like I can't tell. It's a picture. I would talk to whatever because dogs have immune systems. But yeah, man. One thing I hate about my dog is he'll eat anything off the ground. I had dogs that wouldn't do that. I had some dogs that would. It all depends on the dog. But it's really annoying when you're walking your dog and you always got to keep your eye on the ground, because if some friggin' skandandine drops a friggin' sandwich on the ground, your dog gets poisoned. They throw sandwiches and stuff on the ground over here like animals. These people have no respect. They'll throw food. Looks like no, that's not a Yorkie. Hell no. A Yorkie, Paul? That's not a Yorkie. I mean, Top G. It's a Border Collie Lab. All right. Yeah, where'd you get Yorkie from, Top G? What are you looking at? Definitely doesn't look like a Yorkshire Terrier. Is there somebody else in here with a Yorkie avatar? I don't see no Yorkies. Imagine it was an Able. Yeah, he shouldn't have ate it, of course. But I've had him grab glass before. Nitro, what's up? What's up, Mag? If that's really Magic Leo. Nitro, what's up? I've had the dog pick up glass before in his mouth. Oh, the picture on my phone. Yeah, mine too, Top G. It's hard to see.
Emery.
Yeah.
Emery. I want to welcome officially. I want to welcome Magilio to our chat family.
Oh, right,
and I want to send my respect to his family, and especially to his dear mother. My respect to Magilio's mother, as always. And Magilio, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. You are invited to be on the panel with my nephew and me if you want. You will be treated with the utmost respect. So you are welcome to be on the panel, Magilio. Just scroll backwards and just press the link. If you cannot find the link, I will be very happy to paste it again. Just inform me in the chat. So Magilio, you are welcome to be on the panel. Emery, tonight, I want to touch this. I want to touch this subject with you, and God permit, with Magilio and with all our chat family. The topic of tonight is honor and respect. honor and respect for everyone. And I want to be clear. The photo that I put up for the presentation is the photo of Don Carlo Gambino when he was a young man. Okay, why did I put his photo? Because to be clear, I never met Don Carlo Gambino. I saw him on television when I was a young kid. And as a young kid in New York City, when you grow up, you start learning about the streets, and you start learning about what the mafia was. But always, when I used to see Don Carlo used to get arrested from time to time. They used to take him down to the police precinct and have him there like a few hours. But he never used to talk. I'm sorry, Marie.
They would pull a lot of those guys in. I have pictures of Rudolph and them back in the 40s and 50s. They would get pulled in all the time and make them take in lineups and group picks and all that kind of stuff. So they probably picked the guy up a bunch of times and he was on the news.
Right, but the difference between back then, that Don Carlo, may God bless his memory, and God bless the people that you mentioned, and God bless their memories. The difference between that era was that the gentleman that you mentioned and Don Carlo, they never talked nothing. They did not even say their own names.
No, they were stazito. They were always quiet.
Right, they were silent. I want to make this point very clear. And I could talk because I've studied a lot on the life of Don Carlo. And to be clear, I am not glorifying Don Carlo, but like I have said in past lives, everyone has good qualities. We all have virtues and we all have faults. One of the virtues that Don Carlo had, and this is my own opinion, because I have read about his life. Plus, when I was a kid, I used to see him on the news. And when I was a kid, Emery, when I was a kid in New York City, I was born in 55. All that era, since I was born until I became a teenager, until I became a young adult, Don Carlo was the boss of bosses in New York City. He was the boss. One thing that I learned about Don Carlo, that he was a very humble man. He was a very quiet man, and he was a man that was very conservative. And also this, very important, he controlled everything. He controlled everything in New York. But one thing he had, he was not a greedy man. He let all the families and all the members earn. And that's the main reason why he was in that world that he belonged to. In that world, he was loved and respected. Why? Because he was down to earth, he was a humble man, and he let everyone earn. Because there's a lot of bosses. Hold on, Emery. I'm sorry. Hold on.
All right.
Wait, I'm sorry.
So
Wait, hold on. We we got my dear friend Magilio. Hold on, Magilio. And please forgive me that I did not notice that you were waiting. Please accept my sincere apologies. Hold on. Okay.
You were sitting in that limo too long.
Welcome, Magilio. Welcome.
Thank you. What's up? What's up, Edwin? What's up, Nikki?
What's up, Madge?
Magilio, on behalf of my family, we welcome you, and you have all our respect. Magilio, being that you were born and raised in New York, just like me, but we come from different eras. You represent the young era, and I represent the old era. Uh, can you tell us? Can you tell us what you know about Don Carlo Gambino?
Just what everybody else knows. I don't really know. I don't know about him. I just
Oh,
know
I
about
see. I see.
I
My,
just know about people in my neighborhood, and if you know about me, you know what that is. I could talk
okay,
about that, but I don't know about Carlo Gambino, but I respect him because
okay,
I don't think a lot of people know anything about the guy because he was so quiet and laid back. I never heard many stories or nothing. I just know like what everybody else sees on TV. I don't know people from New York, but he seems like there's not a lot on the guy because he was very quiet and laid back, I guess. Was his brother the priest or was that the other guy? No, all right, that's the other one. Edwin, Uncle Ed, your priest, the brother.
right,
yeah,
okay. The Chin had a brother. His name was Father Louis Giganti. He was my parish priest at St. Athanasius. St. Athanasius is located in the South Bronx on Tiffany Street on the corner of Longwood Avenue. There's a public library there, and the church is still there. Uh, Father Louis Giganti also, he was respected and loved as a priest in my parish. I did my first communion, and I did my confirmation with Father Giganti. May he rest in peace. Back then, when I was a kid, all these bosses that were the boss of the five families. All these guys were really quiet, and they were like totally invisible. Because back then, everything was you never flash, and when you are in public, your your behavior must be on the highest level. That's the way. That's the way it was back then. Emery, can you tell us? Can you tell us about? Uh, can you tell us about the people that you mentioned before?
Uh, yeah, like what do you mean? Like,
Being that the people that you mentioned before, they are from the same era
yeah,
of Don Carlo Gambino.
yeah, they were from that era, and yeah, they were laid back, quiet, no flashy things. They didn't they didn't like new cars. They would always have old cars, usually old beat up cars and stuff like that. They did not want to be flashy at all. Very quiet, low key.
What do you think about the lawsuit, though, Edwin, against?
I'm sorry.
What do you think about the lawsuit against Vincent's brother over here in the Bronx? What do you think about that?
Okay. That topic. To be honest with you, that topic. I have no knowledge of that topic. But if you have knowledge of it, uh, uh, please, uh, please tell us about it, please.
No, I don't have anything to say about it. I'm just asking that because, like, in my neighborhood in the Bronx, the same, it's the same family basically. But I just asked it because
What, he got
they
charged,
put
Madge? I'm a little lost here. He got charged with hurting kids or something?
it not formally, bro. Like when they have civil lawsuits with the church, because like he's saying the Chin's brother was a priest. Well, he was a priest. So they put him into the lawsuit like a class action lawsuit dealing with like abuse of kids. I don't believe it personally, but I'm just saying.
Do you think they just threw him in there because of his name, maybe, or was there like real accusations thrown on him?
Yeah, no, there was real accusations that they threw in there, but it's a civil lawsuit. But he passed away while it was going on.
Oh wow!
I just mentioned it because I live in the Bronx in Little Italy, so.
Yeah, I hope it's not true. God will know, but I hope it's not true because nothing worse than priests. When priests do that, man, they're the devil, man. They're the devil when they do that.
Well, I can talk about Father Louis Gigante when I was a kid. When I was a kid, because I grew up there. And I went to St. Athanasius. Me personally, I went to parochial school. There, at that time, all the priests were Irish and Italian, and all the nuns were Irish. Back then, according to the information I have, and according to what I experienced myself personally, in St. Athanasius, and I'm talking about the 1960s and the early 70s, in my parish, St. Athanasius Parish, there was never no talk about no child molestation or no sexual harassment whatsoever. Back then, we just went to church, went to parochial school. St. Athanasius had a baseball league, a little baseball league. They had a basketball league.
They still have sports leagues like that?
I'm sorry?
Do they still have sports leagues there like that, or no?
Well, I imagine they have, but I can only talk about my era when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we never heard of anything of sexual harassment or anything. To be clear, because I was a student. I went to parochial school, and I went to St. Athanasius and everything. And let me tell you, Father Louis Gigante in the South Bronx, that the majority of the population in the middle 60s, in the early 70s, the South Bronx population was, I would say, over 100% Puerto Rican. Father Louis Gigante was loved and respected by all of us Puerto Ricans, and all the priests there. So at least in my era, there was never no accusations of no sexual foul play, and I lived in the South Bronx since 1955 until 1976. That I saw everything. I know the good. I know the good and the bad.
You would have heard rumors back then and stuff like that, basically.
Right, but to be perfectly honest, back in my era, we never heard nothing like that. And also, to be clear, Father Louis Gigante was loved and respected by everyone in the neighborhood. He was the only priest that would walk by himself in the mean streets of the South Bronx back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, he had the he still had the real estate like before he passed away. But I mention it because certain YouTubers brought it up. Like
I'm sorry,
Jeff,
Magilio.
I said that certain YouTubers brought it up. Um,
No
Jeff
problem.
Nadeau, like Jeff Nadeau brought it up. Who's another YouTuber? Mooney Dashcam, stuff like guys that ain't from the Bronx. So
I see.
yeah, they
Well,
did. This is in recent times. But
well, no,
the reason that they brought it up is because before he passed away, there's a civil lawsuit against the archdiocese in this area
yeah,
in the Bronx. So I don't think it's true. You get what I'm saying? It's just
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I understand, Magilio. Magilio, and I am glad. I am very glad that you brought that topic up because
Mm,
at least me, in my case, being that I'm born and raised there, I can speak. I am qualified. I am qualified to speak because I was born and raised in that era.
mm,
If anyone, like now, like right now, right now we live in the year 2023. If
mm.
someone puts a lawsuit now, well, well, that's up to that person. But I could only talk about my era with all respect to the other people that have brought up that topic, no
Mm.
problem. They
Yeah,
they have the
because
right to bring it up. But
yeah,
I'm just
because
telling you my
no,
experience.
yeah, it's relevant to what you're saying because they're saying that it was like 2 or 3 kids, but it's going back to your era. It's not.
I see.
You get what I'm
I
saying? It's not.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not.
I got it.
Yeah, it's not a modern time. So they brought it up, and he passed away recently. But I know, like I said, a couple of more YouTubers. I know Jeff Nadeau is one of them. Uh, Mooney Dashcam is another one, and I guess they believed it for whatever reason. Now, I would say, I don't know, like your time is before my time, but I do know, like in my neighborhood now, still, my neighborhood is a Genovese neighborhood. I'm not saying this to be a snitch or nothing like that. I'm just telling you what it is, bro. The government knows this, and a lot of the old timers that have been around for a long time. I'm saying that are Genovese, they don't even hide it, bro. Like they don't because they've already did time in prison and stuff like that. I'm saying like their affiliation, they don't hide it, bro. If you still live in the Bronx or if you're still around here, like Little Italy in the Bronx. So I haven't heard it. Like I'm saying in the neighborhood. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
it's true, you would have heard stories. There would have been a victim's name to it. There would have been stuff like that, some law to it at least. So maybe they just threw his name in there because
It's civil. Like I said,
it's
like
civil.
it's civil. So
It's all
like
about money.
these people still did make charges against him, but not criminally. It's civil. It just so happened that he passed away. But I'm saying like in my
Could have been a money.
neighborhood, yeah, in my neighborhood, the old timers that are known affiliates of, I'm not just associates. I'm saying like alleged made men. They don't even hide it, bro. Not in my neighborhood. They on social media. Like people say, oh, these guys ain't on social media that are made men. That's a lie, bro. Trust me when I tell you. Like I'm not. They troll in a certain way because they've already did time in prison. They're known to be captains or soldiers or whatever. But the point I'm making is that I've never heard it amongst like Genovese people, like, oh yeah, the Chin's brother was really a child molester. But in the civil lawsuit that was going on, and it's still going on. It was like three people from back in your time, Edwin, that put charges against him, but not criminally, just
Civil.
civil.
They would have threw him. Don't you know the local guys would have threw him under the bus if he was like that? And you know how the streets are. They'd be talking. They'd be calling him Choma, everything. Like, yeah, maybe they're just doing it for the money with the guy. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the guy, but
Civil.
if it was done around here, I know the people around here would be like bad mouthing him, and it would be talked about.
Anyway, Magilio and Emery, may God bless his soul. And just my opinion, he was a great priest, and may he be in heaven. Magilio,
Yes.
can you tell us what's happening in the Bronx now? What's going on? Because I haven't been to the Bronx in a long time. So so how are things in the Bronx doing?
As far as like what aspect?
No, generally, uh, uh, when
All right.
when I used to live in the Bronx, there was a big population of Puerto Ricans, and we had Italians, Irish, Jewish. Uh,
I get what you mean. Like,
what I want to know, how are things generally in the Bronx, and what kind of people live there now?
all right. Overall in the Bronx, it's I think more culturally diverse than other boroughs. I'll say that, meaning that you have Latins, West Indians, African Americans. I can't say like there are not a lot of Anglos over here, but if it goes to like, let's say, Italian Americans, let's just say that would be like Belmont, like where Arthur Avenue is at, where that's at.
Do they have a lot of yuppies, Madge, that are buying stuff up?
Nah. Like, honestly speaking, bro, at least with Italian Americans, and I don't want to focus on that per se, but when it comes to Italian Americans, the Bronx is like the last stronghold. So that would be like Belmont, which is like Arthur Avenue, near Fordham Road, Morris Park, which is where I live, and Pelham. Those are like, it's still a lot of Italian Americans, but at the same time, you have definitely a lot of West Indians, a lot of blacks, a lot of Puerto Ricans, a lot of Dominicans and stuff like that. You're not really gonna see like a lot of Irish people. What else? Like Polacks, or you're not gonna see a lot of that. Like the Bronx it's the
no
reason
Russians, Madge? No Russians though?
Nah, that's Brooklyn.
All right.
The reason that I like the Bronx, bro, is because even like if you see the Italian Americans that are still in the Bronx, and there's a whole lot. Like I said, I told you the neighborhoods, like Belmont, which is like Arthur Avenue, my neighborhood, Morris Park, Pelham. The reason I like it is that everybody, it's like multicultural. So the Italians over here are not soft. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
the Italians over here ain't soft, bro. Like, they able to interact with blacks or anybody else. So,
like a lot of the other Italians move to the suburbs, but they stay there.
Yeah, so
sort of like the Federal Hill neighborhood. Like Federal Hill, the main strip might be Italians, but the back roads is all Hispanic, black, people from other countries, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so it's like if you go to, like I said, to Arthur Avenue, like even if you see like mob guys that are not snitches, bro, like known mafiosos, bro, they don't they don't brag about what they are, but people know who they are as far as like the feds and stuff like that. So they will be on social media. People think they're not on social media, they don't know better. It's just like if you have a criminal record, come on now, bro. It's already known what you are, who you are. But it's like they it's like to me, the last stronghold of like solid because I can speak for Brooklyn too. I'm from Brooklyn. But it's like the last stronghold where it's like nobody's here and there. We may have problems with Albanians, not all Albanians, because there's a lot of Albanians too. I failed to mention that. But a lot of the old timers don't rock with Albanians like that, but they do have a lot of businesses in our area. That's a fact. But it's strong. It's a place where you could come, and if I'm saying like if you're Italian American, like let's say like Arthur Avenue, the I'm just gonna say bosses, for lack of a better term, that are Italians. A lot of their crew is gonna be Puerto Rican, bro, and some blacks.
Magilio, hold on for a second, and please forgive me for interrupting you. Emery, I need to be up for 5 minutes, so keep on conversing with Magilio, and you're in charge, okay? I will be back in 5 minutes.
All right.
I will be back in 5 minutes.
All right.
Go ahead, Magilio.
All right. But yeah,
Like
Mickey,
Celtics
like
hat.
yeah, over here, like at least I'm talking about like the Bronx. Like the old timers, I'm saying with the Italians, a lot of the crew will be like Puerto Rican and some blacks, but that's mostly what it is. I ain't to see too many Albanians. I mean, they're here, but I'm just saying it's.
They don't have a neighborhood, like a whole neighborhood. They like a part of the neighborhood they live in or nothing. The Albanians.
Nah, they're mixed in, bro. Like in my neighborhood, they live over here. They're mixed in. There's some Greeks, but the thing is that like a lot of the old timers, they don't really. They may be cool with certain Albanians. Like we're not prejudiced, but it's sometimes like you know how Albanians are, bro.
We don't have many of them over here. I've met a few
yeah.
people that were Albanians, but we don't have like an Albanian community over here, really.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So a lot of the old timers don't really like flock with them, but they have so many businesses out here. I'm not gonna lie about that, bro. Like they have so many cafes and restaurants, and to me, if the old timers don't rock with them like that, I don't rock with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have a lot of what is it? Not Albanian. What Armenians. We have a little Armenian community over here. So, like they have a church with their flag, and they have their what do you call them? Their little festivals and stuff. So
yeah, we don't have them out over here, but we definitely like in the Bronx, a lot of Albanians, bro. But the Albanians are more like I'm cool with them personally. Unless, like I said, unless the old timers tell me like it depends like where you're hanging out, but like the Albanians are typically really flashy, and I'm pretty sure that's how the Armenians are too. The Albanians are really flashy, like they like to have foreign cars drive around, and they reckless, bro. So with the old timers, most of the old timers, it doesn't mean they're prejudiced against them, but most of the old timers don't really like them, bro. So if I'm around the old timers, even though we're in the same neighborhood and they have businesses over here, I'm gonna go with the old timers from my culture. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not like we fight with them like, oh yeah, boom, but they're right over here. So it's like,
is it far from the Yankee Stadium?
Not really. Nah, like over here, Little Italy, like I said, Little Italy is Belmont. Particularly, Little Italy is really like Belmont, like in the movie The Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale.
Do they have
That's
Feast anymore? Do they have the Italian
yeah,
Little Italy Festival in the
yeah,
Bronx?
absolutely.
'Cause I've been to the San Gennaro one, but I never went to the
Yeah,
one
but that's in Manhattan.
in Manhattan. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, of course, bro. That's why I said like, but Little Italy in Manhattan is not a stronghold of Italians anymore. There's
Well, the Italians moved
restaurants.
to the suburbs, basically.
Yeah, but over here, hell yeah, bro. Like I said, I don't just consider Belmont Little Italy over here. I consider my neighborhood, which is Morris Park, and also Pelham. So, meaning that you're gonna see a large Italian American population, but we have Puerto Ricans mixed in a little bit, other Hispanics and some blacks.
If
But
you're from that neighborhood, you growing up in that neighborhood, if you're an Italian guy or whatever, you're gonna have friends that are black and Spanish if you live there. So
yeah,
it's bound to happen.
yeah, that's why I said with like Arthur Avenue, which is like the stereotypical Little Italy over here. Most of the old timers in their crew, they're gonna have a lot of Puerto Ricans and some blacks in their crew, but just really not Albanians like that. And that's because of cultural beef, in the sense that a lot of Albanians are like they're reckless to us, like how Russians are in Brooklyn. They're reckless, bro. It's not our style. You know that. You know?
A lot of Russians in Brooklyn. I've seen a few movies and a few things. There's a lot of Russians out there.
Yeah, and that some of them are cool, but it's not our style. You know what I mean? Like trying to be like reckless and it's not us. It's not our style, bro. You know that. We're more laid back. You know how that goes.
They said the Bronx Tale was shot in Queens.
Yeah,
Why did they? What did they switch the signs or something?
yeah.
What's the point of that? Why didn't they shoot it in the regular neighborhood? Or they couldn't probably get access to it, or the city wouldn't let them?
Nah. The reason I believe is because, like I said, if you come to Arthur Avenue today, it's not a secret. Like I'm
All right, so
saying,
they didn't let
something
them. Basically, they didn't want that shit there. Then
you gotta pay, bro. Like if you're doing something dealing with the Italian American culture, and Chaz Palminteri comes over here, he does. He comes over here and eats and stuff like that. So does Al Pacino. Facts. But also maybe they probably get a little nervous because if you look at the restaurants, and it's not a secret, bro. If you look at the old timers over here that are captains and stuff like that, they don't even hide it on social media, bro. They do post and say they'll hashtag Cosa Nostra. It's facts, bro. They don't care because they already did time in prison. You get what I mean?
yeah, I think it's stupid though to hashtag that.
I agree with you. It's just that these old timers have been persecuted so much, Nikki, that it's like I get where they're coming from. And they're not rats. These are non-rats, bro, that did their time. It's just that it bothers them that
They just want to like stick it back to the government or something. That's what they're thinking. Probably it's going to put a bigger target on them. But what are you going to do? I never been through their struggle. If they're going to be pissed, they're going to do what they want.
Yeah, because they still bother you, the feds, bro. That's what they do. They just do corny shit, bro. Like put together like Operation Spaghetti, shit like that. Operation Spaghetti, and fucking send somebody to your restaurant with, let's just say, $20,000 that that the feds give to them, and then the person that donate the $20,000. And the old timers are not saying nothing wrong with that because they're old timers. They're not like our generation where I would be like, what, 20? What the fuck you giving me 20 grand for? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you must be a cop.
Exactly, but the old timers, they'll be like, all right, hey, you're donating 20 grand to my restaurant, and then it becomes like a fucking indictment. And the feds, you know how they do secret indictments. They're not like the state. They don't arrest you first. They send They do a secret grand jury indictment, and then after the grand jury indicts you for something, then they fucking come arrest you, bro, and they don't care. You could be sitting there fucking eating spaghetti, and they fucking rush in with guns like retards. The feds, like retards, when you're around kids and everything. Like, bro, what are you doing? That's how the feds are, bro. It's just,
They don't care. They'll kick in doors and break kids' transformers. They don't care. They'll come and destroy anything.
yeah, very disrespectful. So that's how it is. Like, that's why I said, like, over here, the Bronx, Little Italy, the old timers, they're not idiots, bro. A lot of them done their time and shit like that for bullshit for the most part. But you know, like to them, they feel like you're already accusing me of being a cat. They won't allocute. I'm not saying that. You get it? They won't allocute like, oh yeah, I'm a captain on this. They would never do that. But if it comes to social media, they'll hashtag shit like that, like Goodfellas, whatever, because come on now, bro, they already did time in prison and the courts already labeled them as being Cosa Nostra members. It's really funny, bro, if you think about it. And it really doesn't hurt the businesses out here.
It probably helps them. People want to probably come eat there and hang out there.
No, here's the thing. Like, a lot of the yuppies won't do it because they're scared. But I'm saying, like, the local business owners, like, let's say, like, you have Mike's Deli over here. Mike's Deli has never been accused of any Cosa Nostra activities, but if you go to any of the restaurants that have been accused of Cosa Nostra activities, any of the big business owners, bakeries, restaurant owners that haven't been involved with Cosa Nostra activities, they will have reserved seats in these restaurants. You understand?
So will you have a lot of the fanboys too that will come up dressed up? Well, we have that over here. You'll have guys that will dress up like they're mob guys and go.
Yeah, not over here. The reason, like I said, Nikki, is because those types of people are scared, bro. It does not happen. They're scared to death because these restaurants have already been in the media. So no, those people don't come over. It's only people that usually like own businesses in the neighborhood and support each other as like Italian Americans, or you have some type of Italian heritage. You understand?
Gotcha.
So, because everybody's not 100% Italian out here, but nah, like the fanboys, fuck no, bro. That's not gonna happen. Like I mentioned it before, like a person like FBS, and I don't even want to bring him up because I don't even know what's going on with that. But that guy would never come out here. Trust me when I tell you that. Never. It wouldn't happen because you're not welcome.
Magilio, one question. For a young man that's graduated at a high school in the Bronx, is it easy for that young man to get a job like in the Bronx? What kind of jobs are available for young people in the Bronx right now?
It depends. If you're a felon, like I got my GED in prison. I didn't graduate in the streets, and I'm from Bushwick in Brooklyn, but the Bronx is my second home. If you have a felony or something like that, there are jobs, but you have to you got to kind of take like low paying jobs. If you don't have a felony, it's better to have a network, because if you don't have a network, New York is so capitalistic that New York will try to exploit you, even if you have a degree. Like the minimum wage is like $16 an hour, I believe. And if you have a degree, like let's say an associate's degree or a bachelor's or something, you'll be lucky if you get $25 an hour, to be honest. So a lot of these kids that live out here now, by kids I mean like 20-some-year-olds, 30-some-year-olds. A lot of them still live with their parents, believe it or not, because the rent is so expensive over here. It's expensive. It's not cheap to live in
Right.
New York City.
Magilio and Emery, the apartment where I grew up in, that the building still exists. That's Magilio. Do you know where 801 Southern Boulevard is in the corner of Longwood Avenue?
I know what Southern Boulevard is for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I was brought up in 801 Southern Boulevard, corner Longwood Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Longwood Avenue that stretches all the way to Prospect.
Yeah, that's on there like the 6 train line. Like
Right,
yeah,
right,
like
right,
6
right.
train line.
Okay.
Mhm.
The apartment where I was born in and I grew up in, it still exists. It
Mhm.
used to pay $50 a month.
Wow.
Now the rent is $3,000 a month for the same apartment.
And
Mhm.
how many bedrooms and stuff?
It was
Probably 3, right?
no, that was a 5-room apartment. It paid in my era $50, but now the same apartment, it'll cost you $3,000 a month. The same apartment.
Yeah, but the 5 rooms probably include like the bathroom. I'm pretty sure the kitchen maybe. So it's probably like a 3-bedroom. Yeah, it got to be like a 3 or 4 bedroom. As far as the bedrooms, it has to be for that price. But
Yeah.
it's still expensive though. Yeah.
The when I used to live in New York, like in the early 70s, expensive apartments was in the Grand Concourse. The Grand Concourse at that time, the most expensive apartments and the nicest apartments was in the Grand Concourse area. That's where Yankee Stadium
Yeah,
is
that's
located.
149th.
Right. Like uh the whole Grand Concourse area from 161st Street all the way to Fordham and past Fordham, that used to be the Park Avenue of the Bronx.
Mhm.
Magilio,
Mm.
how's that area now?
It's nice, but here's the thing. You know what they pay? Like let's say like you know how there's I don't want to say factories over there because it's not a factory area. They're like the factory areas in Grand Concourse are nice, like nice complexes. You know, like the businesses that do factory work.
Okay.
It looks way better than how factory areas look in Brooklyn or Queens. No offense to them, but bro, your average job over there right now, like Grand Concourse, 149th, 150th, 151st Street, is like $16 an hour, bro, right now. So
Magilio.
How hard is it to get a
Um,
city job? Like a city job
okay.
and stuff.
nah, it's not even city, bro. Like our minimum wage in New York City is $16 an hour. But the point that I'm making is that even if you're like a hard worker, like let's say you like work on in a manufacturing line or something like this, you see the rent that he told you, that's accurate. It is. But they like what they're paying people for an hourly wage, bro, is 16, 17 bucks.
Yeah,
True.
that's not
Yeah.
rent, man. What the fuck? How do people got to like even over here in Providence the rent is high, but it's not like New York, but it's still high the rent. And these yuppies are buying up these things and making these apartments where they're taking the old mills down and making them all loft apartments that nobody can afford. It's just outrageous.
Exactly. That's how it is, man. But like I was saying earlier when we were talking about like Little Italy in the Bronx, like Arthur Avenue. One thing I could say, like even though we have Albanians there too. I give them their props in terms of like they have businesses over here. But the Italians are still keeping it strong. And the reason that we congregate like that, like we congregate like we're gypsies. I'm saying Italians in the Bronx, bro. Believe it or not. That's why I think we're like the last stronghold. It's the reason for it is that even if we move out of the neighborhood, it's like, yeah, still come to Arthur Avenue because it's the last thing left, bro. Like,
Yeah, even if you move out, that's where you hang. Same with up here, like Federal Hill. People, most Italians don't live in Federal Hill. You know what I mean? But that's where they all come and hang out.
yeah, because they make it too expensive. And I will give props to certain people. Like, for example, like, I don't want to name drop, but it's the truth. And nobody's going to get mad at me over here in my neighborhood. But like my guy, Patsy Perello, bro, he owns real estate in my neighborhood. And he's one of the individuals and his wife, Riggy. At least they still own real estate, bro. And they look out for Italians in the neighborhood. They don't live over here.
They
live
don't give high rent. So they don't put high rent to them. They'll give people breaks.
But they want to see that. They want to keep Italian Americans still over here in the neighborhood. They live in Westchester. But the point is, like, they do good things for the neighborhood, bro, and it's a big fact. Anybody that lives over here could tell you that.
All right, what's up, Bears?
Yeah, but the problem, like I said, with like Patsy is, it's no secret, bro. They'll be like, oh, he's a mafioso captain, and nah, so he's a good guy, you know?
Emery, please forgive the interruption, Virgilio. Emery, can you give us a call out to all our chat family?
Yeah, what's up, Kid Rock, Top G, Jesse, Bella Rose. I can't see the other ones at the top. Bears and Cigars, what's up, buddy? Big Chicago Bears fan there. 85 Bears. They beat our Patriots pretty bad. That was a great team. Who else is in there? Seen Zio Lesso in there. I can't go to the top though.
Okay. Magilio, can you tell us a little bit, like, let's say if you want to go out like on a weekend, where would you go dancing with a girl like on a Friday night? How are the night spots?
Over here?
Yeah, to go dancing.
Personally, I only go, this is what I would recommend. I only go to my guy, Patsy's Restaurant, which is on 187th and Arthur Avenue. Pasquale's Rigoletto. You have, like, the reason being is because the decor is very good. The service is very good, meaning you're going to be treated like family when you go there. Also, there's music. On Saturday nights, there's, music, dancing. It's not degenerate stuff.
Good.
Like, we don't allow, in our area, I'm talking about like Arthur Avenue, or I could tell you about other parts of the Bronx too that constitute Little Italy. But I want to speak about Arthur Avenue because it's good. Like, if you come to visit, we don't allow degenerate stuff, bro. No degenerate stuff like women being scantily dressed. Just degenerate bullcrap. That's not my type of thing. So I'll say like Pasquale's Rigoletto was good. A lot of people that want to go to like Enzo's. Like, we have an Enzo's in my neighborhood too, like Morris Park, but I wouldn't recommend that Enzo's. You have Enzo's on Arthur Ave, but
What's it, a chain? Is it like a chain of restaurants?
there's only two of them. It's just two like famous super, like Enzo's is more popular than Patsy's Restaurant. But the thing with Enzo's is that if you go there, it's very nice inside. Don't get me wrong, but Pasquale's Restaurant, you will be treated way better. It's better decor. The music experience is better. there's, like I said, it's no degenerate stuff. It's free parking and Patsy's spot. Like, we have so many Italian restaurants like Dominic's. Dominic's is good. Like, if you want to bring your family in, like the thing with like Dominic's restaurant is that you can't pick. You could pick what you want to eat, but they have a limited menu every day. You know, so when you go there, it's like you're limited to a few dishes for that night on the menu, but it's good like for family and stuff. But my guy Patsy Pasquale, I would say if you come to the Bronx, Little Italy, go there. It's safe. It's free parking. The food is good. You get treated like family. Like, it's not super expensive, but it's like to me a 5-star restaurant in my opinion. You go there, and it's good. I can't promote the Albanian spots because they live a different way, bro. Edwin, than how like Italian Americans or people that are of Italian descent, the way that we are, we're just different, bro. Like,
What's the Magilio? What's the name of the restaurant again?
Pasquale's Rigoletto.
Okay, Pasquale. Okay, that's the restaurant. That's the restaurant that you recommend.
Absolutely, 100%,
Oh,
bro. The best
okay,
restaurant on
okay.
Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. You got music there. You will be treated with respect. There's a
They
bar
they
there,
open they open 7 days a week.
except for Sundays because Pasquale and them, they're like Catholic. You know what I mean? So usually Sunday it won't be open.
Okay, so it opens Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have it in mind. If God permits, if I visit you, if I visit, I will go. I will go to that restaurant if God permits, and maybe I'll bump into you if God permits.
You could message me, bro. This is my neighborhood. You can message me and I'll take you there, bro. Like,
Okay,
I have VIP there all the time, but still you're gonna be treated good. But it's always better when you know a person. You know what I mean? And
okay,
it's the I'm saying it because I know, bro. This is my neighborhood. It's
okay. Magilio, my mother, may she rest in peace, and all my aunts. They used to shop there in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, and early 70s. They used to shop there like when it was Holy Friday.
yeah,
They used to go during the week to buy the fish for Holy Friday.
yeah, yeah. We still have all of that stuff. Like the main spot to like buy like traditional things would be the retail market. It's on the same block, 187th and Arthur Avenue. It's like you have the cigar shop there where you can get hand rolled cigars. You could get all type of bakery items like cannoli, whatever. You know?
Magilio, without getting into anything personal, because I respect your privacy. Uh, how is your dear mom doing? Please send her my respect, okay?
Oh yeah, nah, she's all right, man. My mother lives out of state. You know what I mean? So my mother's like Tony Soprano's mother, bro. She's a little nutty in the head, a little bit, but
Okay,
she's all right.
okay. Before we go on, Marie and Magilio, I want to send my condolences with the utmost respect to Big Lou. Big Lou, his father passed away.
Really?
So on behalf of our channel here, we send Big Lou our respect, and may God bless the memory of his dear father. So
I
we send our respect to Big Lou. Emery, can you do an Our Father and a Hail Mary for the soul of the father of Big Lou?
Yeah, I can. Hail
Go ahead.
Mary. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now at the hour of our death. Amen.
Thank you, Emery. Thank you.
That's
And
how old was he? That sucks. I lost a father. It's no joke. That sucks.
according to the information that I have, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he was in his 70s. If I'm not mistaken, Emery, I have a mild interruption. Keep on moderating the program, please.
All right.
Oh yeah, Nikki, I was gonna say this. You know that we have like Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church over here, right?
Yeah, we have one too in our neighborhood, Mount Carmel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it because you probably saw it in the Bronx town, stuff like that. Like me, you know, I'm a heathen, bro. I don't believe in religion, but
Yeah.
certain things are like traditional, you know, in your
Yeah.
family and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm the type of person I may go in like, okay, I would go to mass. You get it?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. If for more of a traditional, even though like, you don't believe in stuff, but
I believe
it's
in
a
God.
tradition.
Yeah, I believe in God. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that.
You just don't believe in like an organized religion or anything like that, right?
Yeah. So, you know,
But
like
for
over.
culture reasons, you still go to mass and stuff. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So over here we still have that. I call it a cathedral, in my opinion. I don't like to call it a church because that's one thing you'll see with Catholics. Like you can see the respect at least um for whatever the religion is. Like because you can see the money that's put into it. You know?
Yeah, we all. What was I just gonna say? Shit, man. Damn, I muted myself when I was talking.
Yeah.
Oh, St. Patrick's. I've been to St. Patrick's Cathedral in Manhattan. I've been there a few
Okay.
times, but I never been to any of the other ones in New York. Our Mount Carmel is very small. Our church is tiny.
Yeah, nah, you should go over there if you get a chance, you know, like if you come out here, because you can see the difference. Like, no disrespect to the Protestants. I respect everybody's religion, you know, but Protestant churches either look broke or they look like, I don't know, like profane. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, well, the Protestants don't believe in like saints and none of that stuff, or so like our churches we have beautiful statues of the Blessed Mother and all
Yeah,
our saints.
that's what I'm saying. Like, usually, like
They're
with
not really
Catholic
into that.
churches, that's why I say I would make it my business to say, all right, you know, if I'm there, I'll go.
Yeah, the
I
Protestants are
understand.
very more plain. That's where you get like the Pilgrims and Puritans who wanted to be even more plainer, and where they just wore white and black, and they didn't believe in. They don't even believe in crosses, or like in case it's like a couple of sticks tied together.
Mm.
They were like really out there, the Puritans and stuff, man.
Yeah, so with the Catholics, you always see the investment, and some people misinterpret that as being being materialistic. I would say, but so I'm that type. You know, I go there like I've never done confession. I understand the sacraments. I've never done confession. Would never do it, but I'll go to mass. You know, I'm that type.
Yeah, I hit mass on Sundays over here. I go to a few different churches though. I bounce around. It depends who I'm going to meet there. If I'm going with a family member, if I just go alone, I'll go to Holy Ghost or Mount Carmel. It all depends.
The only thing I wish though, Fra, honestly, is I wish that it would just not be body of Christ, you know? I wish you could go and get some wine, but usually
Well, they do give us
yeah.
we get wine. Yeah,
Oh yeah?
after they give us the sacrament, you take it from the priest, you go to the left, and if you want, you can get wine. Like they'll give you a sip of the wine out of the goblet. They'll wipe it off, they'll wipe it first with this rag, and then they'll let you sip the wine out of the goblet. But you don't have to, if you want it, you know.
Wow. Yeah, nah, you,
Or ever go to a Latin mass, dude? Have you ever been to Latin mass?
nah, like nowadays they have the what you call that? The but when I was a kid, yeah, but nowadays, like over here, they have that Reformation, like
Yeah, they don't want no one to tell. They don't want the Latin mass done. They'll actually, even a few people wrote up and called a few of these like Latin churches extremists. They labeled them as extremist. Like no joke, they labeled them as an extremist group. Like it's pretty nuts. You have people who only perform mass in the Latin mass. You've got people that only go to Latin mass. You know.
yeah.
Like I'll go to both, but I prefer to go to the Latin mass, even though it's a long mass. Like it's not like these cafeteria Catholic churches where it's 15, 20 minutes and you're out the door. No, you're there for an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, I think it should be that. The reason I think that is because, like, if you look at, like, let's say Islam, for example, right? Another religion. With the Muslims, to them, it's Arabic is, even if it's considered universal, you know what I mean? It's the Arabic is the language of their religion, so it should be in that language to me.
Yeah, even though you have other nationalities and people that are part of that. Yeah, if they're going to say their prayers, they're going to do it in Arabic.
Yeah, so I think with the Catholic
I agree with you. It should
religion,
be
it should be the same.
Yeah, I wish it was. I wish the Council of Vatican II never happened in the 60s. That was a destruction of the church, really. It was brutal. They say, we modernize the church. You destroyed it almost.
Magilio, without getting into the topic, because it's a long topic, but in the future, I would like you to come back and talk about very briefly, because a lot of people don't know what is the meaning of Freemasonry. Because you have done interesting lives on the Mason. Can you explain to us? Because there's a lot of people that do not know what it means to be a Freemason.
Yeah, I'll do it in the future. It's just like me and Nikki was talking about the Catholic thing, and like I said, I'm not Catholic, but like it's kind of like in our culture. It's in your culture too, Edwin. I think, right? Probably.
Yeah, most Puerto Ricans are Catholics.
Right.
Puerto Ricans are Catholic. Nowadays, a lot of the Hispanic people are turning to evangelicalism and all this. But most Spanish, especially old school Hispanic people are freaking Catholics. Diehard Catholics.
Yeah. And I think it's a good topic because nowadays, like if we look at social media, honestly, man, a lot of people are. I respect every religion. I'm just saying that a lot of people God is not in their life, and it's not a good thing. The thing I respect about Catholicism, like I said, like me and Nikki were talking about, you could, if you're serious in your own heart, you could feel the spirit of God there. No offense to like Protestants, like I said, and nothing like that, but I've been in those churches just to support friends or something like this, and to me it looks like an empty auditorium. It just looks. It doesn't. I don't feel the spirit of God there. If I go to a Catholic church, I'll go there and still pay my respect, and I'll do mass. I'll go, and I'll eat the body of Christ. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's nostalgic. You feel the spirit of God there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've been to only a couple of Protestant churches because of weddings or whatever, and I thought it was very plain, not bashing Protestants or nothing, but yeah, I didn't. I was like, wow, where's the Blessed Mothers and stuff? You should have these, but they don't believe in that. The
Yeah.
Protestant Reformation in England, they were destroying so many churches. They destroyed Blessed Mothers, smashed the saints. It's just nuts.
Yeah, and I think we need that. You know what I mean? Like, even if we may think our grandmothers are antiquated because they pray on the rosary and whatever.
I pray my rosaries all the time, and you're right though. In the future, another 30 years, man, our Catholic churches have been dying over here so bad. We're losing Catholicism. We are losing so many people a year. Our churches are all being taken down. We're losing a lot of people to this new like evangelical stuff and all this stuff. Yeah, there won't be many Catholics in the future. There won't be many Catholic churches. Well, if you got 10 of them in your town, there'll be 3 of them in the future, sadly.
Yeah, but like I said, the thing that stands out to me is I can see like I said over here on Arthur Avenue, you could see the investment in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem is they got to teach it to their children. If you do not push your beliefs and your religion on your kids, somebody else will push theirs on your kids. So people don't keep pride in their culture, pride in their religion going. There will be none, and that's what happens.
And
Magilio,
yeah. So
Magilio, all the businesses that are on Arthur Avenue, are they still owned by the original families?
Yeah, mostly, but like I said, there's a little bit of a mix because the Albanians are there now. So, like next to Pasquale's, you have, I forget the name of it, bro. Like I'm there all the time, but I don't go into their establishments. I don't go into their establishments because my family, I guess you could say, don't really like Albanians like that. I'm not prejudiced against them, but if my family tells me like, nah, don't, we peacefully coexist is the point. Like we don't get into fights like that and stuff, but we still have the same businesses there. Like I said, like the retail market, which is on 187th and Arthur Avenue, it's still predominantly Italian owned. You have Italians from Italy that own businesses in there, as well as Italian Americans. And it's mostly, Arthur Avenue is mostly Neapolitan. Mostly. Which is fine with me. Brooklyn is mostly Sicilian, whatever's left over there. The reason
Sicilians off the boat, or like just regular Italian Americans?
Both Sicilian Americans and Sicilians off the boat. The reason I don't like Brooklyn that much, as far as like a little bit of businesses that are left for Sicilians, because it's like you're not gonna feel that love there. Arthur Ave, even though, like I said, it's predominantly Neapolitan, there's Calabrians there too, but you feel the love more, so you don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go where I feel the love at. So,
yeah, top G, exactly.
Yeah, I go where I feel the love at, bro. So, I like sometimes, some like Neapolitan Americans, sometimes they'll be like, you people shit, like sometimes they mean well. But when they get to know you, they'll be, so kisses on the cheek, everything is Italian love, But like I said, also, a lot of, and this goes to Edwin, like, you'll still have Puerto Ricans there that are tight-knit with the Italians,
Grew up together, grew up in the neighborhood. Yeah. And they have the similar religion, so they're going to be close to each other.
Yeah.
I'm sure they bump heads at first or whatever, but like you said, once they get to know you, it's like, Yeah,
it's just more like, to be honest with you, Nikki, it's like the older capos over there, and like I said, I'm not saying nothing that's not known, bro, and nothing that the old timers are not gonna profess on their own. They grew up with these types of guys, so that's what it is for them. They grew up with these types of guys.
Yeah, if you look at my picture right there, my friend all the way to the right is a Puerto Rican kid, and the other two guys are half black. They grew up in that neighborhood. They grew up in the neighborhood with us, and their fathers lived in that neighborhood. So they all grew up together.
Yeah,
So we always had a couple of black friends and Puerto Rican friends and stuff like that.
proof, bro. Like, you have Puerto Ricans over here, bro. I'm saying, like, Little Italy that are like captains. I swear to God, bro. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not lying, bro. Like, but that's what it is, bro. It's just all family love. It's just that the degenerate stuff is not tolerated over here, bro, at all.
Like girls getting heckled and stuff
Yep.
like that. Yeah.
That's just not tolerated. You know? So, like, it's family stuff, bro. You could come with wetsuits on. That's cool. You know what I mean? We mostly wear suits for the most part, but you coming with sweatsuits and casual, and it's like the last stronghold, brother. I'm like the Bronx, Little Italy, and it's the truth, man. It's the truth. I respect Brooklyn, like I said, because I hang out in Brooklyn, like Bensonhurst and Grace.
What do you like better? What do you prefer, Brooklyn or the Bronx?
The Bronx, because like I said, in Brooklyn, it's for some reason like, all right, we have espressos over there, whatever. We can eat octopus and fucking play Scopa, but it's like it's weak. I'm keeping it 100, bro. It's a lot of it is weakened, bro. It's super weakened. Not because of the Chinese coming into Brooklyn or nothing, but it's weakened, bro. Like, when you come over, you're supposed to be treated with the utmost respect, bro, if you're a guest. And it's kind of like you don't feel the love like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people be scared of you if you come over. Like, you won't feel it. But in the Bronx, Little Italy, you feel it, brother. You feel it. Like, oh, yeah, this is a friend, you know? You get a kiss
Hey,
on the cheek, shit like that. Like, we're not ashamed of, I don't know.
Magilio, have you felt the love and respect on this channel for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, with the Bronx, bro. That's why I like being in the Bronx, honestly. And I'm from Brooklyn, but
Where'd you go to like high school and stuff?
I went to Bushwick High School. I'm from Green and
Any famous baseball players or anything come from there that went to that high school too?
definitely. The baseball team there is called the Tigers. Like, Jackie Gleason went to Bushwick High School.
Oh wow.
But like Knickerbocker Avenue and Bushwick is like traditionally like Puerto Rican and Sicilian. Honestly, what it is. There's blacks there too. Don't get me wrong, but it's like traditionally Puerto Rican and Sicilian, bro. But it's like, I don't know, man. Once I got familiar with the Bronx, like Little Italy, I see it, bro. Like, it's the last stronghold that we have over here. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like Italian Americans, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage, and also you don't want to be prejudiced against other Italian ethnicities, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole inner beefs with Italians, like there's it's slow, but it's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what's up, big brother Dan? He'll always be there. You'll have Calabrese who won't like Siciliano like Neapolitans or Pugliese. It's there, but it's very minute, but it's still there.
It's there, so that's why I like. Honestly, my brother, that's why I love like the Bronx, Little Italy areas, because it's just the truth, bro. Like, The worst you're gonna get is like if you come into a spot, they might be like, "This guy's gonna shoot the spot up." They may express that verbally, but they're fucking breaking your balls. Like,
Well, most Italian Americans don't even know where the fuck their families are from nowadays. So, you know,
right.
the Italians are
But
getting so Americanized that they hardly even know where the fuck their people are from.
yeah, it's the Wonder Bread WAP shit that you talk about. But that's why I like Brooklyn in a certain way because it's not like that. But I'm saying like with the Sicilian spots, but with the Bronx Little Italy, why I love it is because you're not gonna see that shit, bro. Like people here, like I said, we have like let's say like my neighborhood, Morris Park, bro. 60% of the neighborhood is Italian, and guess what? The majority of that 60% is from Italy, bro. Believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
The majority. So, but that comes from like loving your culture, and when people come from across seas and want to move over here, you tell them where they should move. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, boom, you came off the boat and you over here. This is the neighborhood you should come live in.
Yeah. They're going to direct them to right to where they want them to go to keep the numbers up, too.
Yeah, so with like I said, Arthur Avenue, which is like what they call Little Italy per se, like you're gonna have people that speak Italian for sure. You're gonna have Calabrians, you're gonna have Sicilians, but mostly Neapolitans. Mostly, I'm gonna keep it honest. But you get the love. It's none of that bullshit, bro. Like nobody's gonna disrespect you. None of that. Nobody's gonna disrespect you. You're gonna get more love if you can speak Italian. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, nah. You're gonna get respect, bro. 100%. 100%, man. No?
Magilio and Emery, it's gonna be 3 in the morning soon. Being that we have been on the air for over an hour and a half, I'm gonna cut the telecast. But before we finish, Magilio, uh, I want you to do a closing statement to our distinguished audience. And after Magilio, Emery, do your closing statement, please. Go ahead, Magilio.
All right, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Edwin, thanks for letting me on to your platform. And I think we had a great conversation and things like that. So I look forward to coming on again in the future. That's all.
Have a good one, Madge. God bless you. And yeah, everybody say thanks for coming over Uncle Edwin's channel. Share it. What's up, Cantaloupe, Top G? And thanks for coming. And sorry to Big Lou for losing his dad. I'll say a prayer for him. Uncle Edwin, thanks for having me on. Madge, good to talk to you, man. God bless you all.
Magilio and Emery. Magilio, thank you for coming. And I hope you return again. Emery, as always, it is always an honor and a privilege to have you, and to be clear, and you know that you are very dear to my heart. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Magilio, I welcome you back always, and this is your house. Okay?
I appreciate that.
And as always, may God bless your family, and my respect to your parents, and God bless you always. God bless you always, and you have a friend from the heart in me, and I'm a certified from the Bronx, born and raised.
Te amo mucho.
Igual. Pues te echo la bendición y que Dios te bendiga, ¿sabes?
Sí, gracias.
Okay. I want to say goodbye. I want to say goodbye to everyone in the chat because I don't want to miss no one. Top G, God bless you and thank you for coming. Cantalupe Jones, God bless you and thank you for coming. Top G, hold on. We have Dan Moore. Thank you, Dan Moore, and thank you for coming. God bless you and God bless your family. Let me roll back. Oh, Miss Karen, thank you for coming. God bless you and God bless you and your family. Burnley, thank you for coming. Many blessings for you also. We got my dear friend, Kid Rock. Kid Rock, thank you for coming and many blessings. Let me roll backwards here. Jesse, a big hug for Jesse. Thank you for coming, Jesse. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone coming. And Magilio, your participation was excellent, and you are a very interesting guest. Facts for Feelings, thank you. Bears and Cigars, thank you for coming. Facts over Feelings, thank you for coming. Zio Lesso, thank you for coming and many blessings. Okay. I don't want to. Okay. American Made, thank you for coming. Hold on. Minnie the Moocher and Bella Rose, thank you for coming. God bless you all. And the most important thing, the topic of the night was honor and respect. And this channel and everyone observe the way the panel is conducted on this channel and the way everyone is treated. This is an example of honor and respect, and this is the way all channels should be. The way, and I say this with all modesty, this is the way all channels should be. This is an example of honor and respect for everyone. So God bless everyone and have a good night and have a great Saturday. And we'll see each other soon with the permission of God always. With the permission of God always. Good night, everyone.